All right, everybody, welcome to the Company Men playoff recap video. First of all, congratulations to Dan, who won the league. Congratulations, Dan. So that's my mama. Tough fight this year, actually, and this is how it all shook out. Game week 36 was our Elite 8. Crimson took on Tea and Biscuits. Tea and Biscuits actually kind of snuck in because he was in 9th, but average was in 8th, so in he goes. And so Crimson beat Tea and Biscuits. I beat Flops. Both of those games were blowouts. Zlats beat Blippity Blop by 2 points, who I'm sure is not happy with the outcome of the rest of the season. So yeah, Dan beat Blippity Blop. And then finally in Elite 8 we had Take Slat beating Moo Earns. Sorry, YK. So that meant in our Final Four the next week we had Crimson taking on Take Slat. Crimson won that one. And then Dan, Zlats My Mama, beat myself. I wasn't close. It was a rough one. The scores that week were insanity because there were so many doubles and we triple captained and God only knows what else we did. I can't remember. I tried to erase it from my memory. In the final, Dan beat Crimson's 81-69. So kind of Crimson's is losing his grip here on the stranglehold he had on our league for the first couple of years, although he is always there in contention. In the real league, Chelsea won. We won the league pretty handedly, actually, by 7 points. So do I really care that I didn't win fantasy? Nope, because Chelsea won the actual league. Which actually, so I think last year Leicester won, and I think I won the league. The year before that, I didn't win the league, but Chelsea did. So does that mean I'm going to repeat next year? Well, I don't know. If that means Chelsea ends up in 10th, I don't want it. Anyway, we won. It's great. Yeah. Although God only knows what's going to happen to all of our players. I mean, is Costa going to stay? Is he going to go to China? Who knows? Okay, Spurs. I love watching you play, Spurs. I really do. I didn't want you to win the league, but I'm glad. I really liked watching you play. You had second place solidly, and in the last couple games, Harry Kane went bonkers. I think he got a hat trick in each of the final 2 games. I mean, they just blew out the teams. They were solidly in second because 7 points behind Chelsea, but they were also 8 points ahead of Manchester City in third. Liverpool snuck into 4th, which means Arsenal did not make the top 4. And they missed out on that by 1 point and a couple goals in the goal differential, which is like the first time in 20 years they haven't made it to the Champions League. So a lot of people were questioning whether Wenger was going to lose his job after it, and he didn't because they won the FA Cup final because they beat Chelsea. Whatever, who cares? It's the FA crap. No one really cares about it. Although if we would have won, I would have been happy about it. In 6th place, Manchester United, so they didn't finish in the top 4, but they will be in the Champions League next year. Snub to Arsenal because they won the Europa League, beat Ajax 2-0. It's debatable whether winning the Europa League is actually worth anything, but they will be in the Champions League, so I think that's something. And they, to be fair, they had a depleted side. I mean, they had a lot of injuries and things like that. So congrats to them. Although when they were celebrating the Europa League win, they were holding up 3 fingers for their treble, which was, what was it, the Europa League, Community Shield, and the Capital League Cup. I can't even remember the other two. They're just crap tournaments. No one really cares. But hey, they got a treble. So. And then 7th was Everton. We'll see if Lukaku stays. Who knows? Okay, relegated teams were Hull, Middlesbrough, and Sunderland. See you guys. Hull and Middlesbrough, I don't really care too much, but Sunderland, sorry to see you go, although you were just awful this year. Bob Bradley. Anyways, the wound is too new. Promoted teams, Newcastle, congratulations. That means DeAndre Edlin back in the EPL. Oh, yeah. And Brighton and Hove Albion and Huddersfield Town. Huddersfield Town had to win a playoff match, and it went into PKs and everything. And who won it for them? A German. German sunk the final PK. But their manager, I think, is David Wagner, who is like an American-born or German-born American. So we don't have Bob Riley anymore, but if he stays the manager, I think we've got an American coach in the EPL, which is cool. Brighton and Hove Albion, I already mentioned them, but that means we will now have 2 times the Albion in the EPL, West Bromwich Albion and Brighton and Hove Albion, which prompted me to Google what is an Albion. Turns out it is the oldest name known for the big island of Great Britain. Who knew? Okay, other news. We have Champions League final tomorrow. That is Saturday at about 3 p.m. Eastern. Juve takes on Real in Cardiff. It's great. So it'll be a home game for Gareth Bale, I guess. I don't know. It'd be kind of cool if he won it in his home country. Also we have, in more exciting soccer news, in a way, the U.S. national team U.S. men's national team under 20 are playing in the under 20 World Cup right now in Korea. They have made it to the quarterfinals and they will take on Venezuela on Sunday at like 2 in the morning Eastern time. So the times are terrible because it's in Korea, but definitely cheering on our American compatriots over there. And there's the striker Josh Sargent, big full head of red hair, is a really interesting, great, promising player. So be nice to see him get into the national team proper in a way as he gets older. Okay, that's about it for me and for us and for this season. The next season of the EPL starts on August 12th, just over 3 months away. So take your vacations, go on your cruises. Don't necessarily think about soccer. We don't really have any big tournaments or anything coming up this summer. We do have some qualifying games for the U.S. men's national team, so those will be important, especially now that we are Klinsmann-less. We shall see. But I hope we qualify, and it won't be a soccer-filled summer, which will mean we are ready for soccer come fall or August. So it'll be a little while before I send you another email. But yeah, if you know anybody, get them in the league. I'm sure we'll have people who, well, I hope we don't have anybody who drops out, but could certainly use more players. All right, this is your commish. Peace.